Hey guys, World of 5 here with episode number 13 of the Fulham Career on FIFA 22. Episode 13, unlucky for some. Hopefully though, we will have the luck on our side in this one and we will progress through in the league. Obviously, we are top of the table by quite a few points at this point. Above Bournemouth, we are pretty much the clear favourites and the clear, I'd say, winners of the league. I think we secured the league before December, just purely for the fact that we were so many points clear. Obviously, we haven't officially won it yet, but our name, you can get the full on the title already. Just got to add that ham come at the end of the season. But yeah, 1-0 to the good here against Cardiff, away from home, travelling to Wales. Well, we've not been the best against Welsh opposition. Obviously, against Swansea, they went down to 10 men. We still lost 2-1. That was in Wales, and now we're back in Wales here against Cardiff. Thankfully, though, in this one, we do go 1-0 to the good. But a very, very fortunate chance here as Bacuna strikes it with venom in at that near post. Makes it 1-1. And we're back on square terms. Coming into the second half, Bacuna, the man that scored the goal. They've got Kiefer Moore in the midfield. Is it Kiefer Moore? I think it might be someone else. But playing for Wales, he's very tall. He's very good at headers. I think that might be his first name. That might be a completely different Moore. But yeah, Moore in the middle. He scores headers. We've got to watch out for that one. As Boyle out wide drills it across to Giles. He makes it 2-1. And looks like another trip to Wales where we'll be coming back to London with nothing. But hopefully, with 7 minutes remaining, a chance here down this left-hand side. Cavallero is going to put the pressure on Flint here, formerly of Bristol, I do believe. I think it's Aidan Flint, the same one. But we're going to pressurise him here with Cavallero and with Delap. We're eventually going to win the ball back. Fortunate deflection off of Flint finds Kearney. Whipping it inside to Cavallero. There's a man there in Roberts. Roberts finds Wilson. Wilson back in his native Wales. Goes and makes it 2-2 in the final minutes of the game to secure us a point. Unfortunately, we won't be going home with all three, but one is fine as long as we didn't lose the game and fall back into that run of bad fixtures. We've been on a pretty decent run so far post-January, and we're going to look to add to that here against Blackburn. Here is a lovely header. Unfortunately, I don't know why I said lovely header. That was a poor header from Delap. Raises over the bar. It's still 0-0, but that was the first chance of the game. And you can see the stamina of some of our players. They're a bit groggy. We're coming into a game of quite a few fixture congestions. But we should be able to see through the other side here as they actually do go 1-0 to the good. 13 minutes into this game, we're 1-0 down to Blackburn. But instantly from kickoff, we're going to look to get back into this one as we're going to try and find a bit of space, try and find some players, and we're going to go down this left-hand side. Webber is going to be the man with the plan. Eventually, we're going to look to find them, and I think it worked out pretty well because we are going to put the ball in the back of the net, and we are going to make the scores level in this one. And then, I'll tell you now, we're not going to look back. Coming into this one, we're not going to look back, and we are going to move forward and try and get in front, which maybe in the past could be the reason for our bad run of form. But as I said, we're not looking back. We're going to keep moving forward, and that is going to be done perfectly here as Delap lays the ball across to Wilson, who has been on a fine goal-scoring form these past few episodes. I believe he got 3 in the last episode. He's already got 2 in this one against Cardiff and against Blackburn. And he's gone and put us in front, which is brilliant. Exactly what we want our attacking players to do. Score goals. Have it just come all together perfectly in a mixture. Delap scoring, Wilson scoring, Webber scoring, or them assisting, whatever. But coming into the second half, I brought on Declan over Reed, and as you can see, Robertson charging through the overlapping wing-backs, doing exactly what we want, forcing a corner. From the corner, Declan over Reed's going to come short, dink it across to the back post, and as soon as I put that cross in, and as soon as I saw Nathaniel Chalobah making that run, I just knew it was going to go into the back of the net. 3-1 to the good. That is going to be the final score. Nathaniel Chalobah getting, I believe, his second goal of the season, his first in the Championship, if I'm not wrong. And as soon as this game was over, I decided to go to Liam Delap, to go to Man City, and to settle the buy option of £7.5 million, bringing him in on a permanent deal. All we had to do was negotiate a contract with him, and that is exactly what you are seeing on your screen right now. Prospect, I tried to give him a better role than that, but he wouldn't take it. He actually just wanted the prospect. So we know he's going to be important. He thinks he's going to be a prospect and whatnot. 4 years contract length, no release clause, and his wages are actually relatively nice. He's kind of reduced them coming from Man City. Obviously, they're able to pay the high wages. We've not got quite as much money. We have to pay the lower wages. And you can see exactly that, £10,000 per week for 4 years. Liam Delap will be joining us. And hopefully he is that superstar that we need up top to push us forward, because he's been brilliant so far this season in the Championship. It's just whether or not he can adapt to the Premier League in such a way that he did with the Championship. Because we've gone all the way to the 81st minute of this game here against Barnsley, and it's going to actually be the first goal of the game, as to kind of celebrate him getting the contract. Liam Delap is going to get an assist for Zambo Anguissa's goal, and he's going to go and make it 1-0 to ourselves. But the game is not done there, because just a few minutes later, a bit of shoddy defending, a bit of poor defending, and it is actually going to result in us bottling this game. We are going to draw this game 1-1. Barnsley are going to score in the final minutes of the game, and again we're going to chuck away 2 points to a team low down the table that we should be beating, and for no other reason than the team was tired. The team gets tired very, very, very quickly. As coming to the final game of today's episode, we're taking on West Brom, one of our former teams, FIFA 19, incredible Championship to Premier League, to Europa League, to Champions League, won them all, had an incredible squad, a great core throughout. There was a couple of players that made it, I think, from the beginning to the end, one of those being Reece James as our captain. But as I'm talking about this, we're coming into this game, and it actually takes to the second half the real chances to actually start firing. Delap did hit the post. Hopefully he's not going to go on a bad run of form after he signed his contract. That would be really annoying. But we are going to go 1-0 to the good. I subbed Delap off at half-time, brought on Decordova-Reid, and he scored within 5 minutes of being on the pitch. So he's just proving once again, if Liam Delap's not in form, he is the man we look to, and that's really good. You know, hopefully again they can adapt to the Premier League and they can continue the fine goal scoring form, because we've been scoring quite a lot of goals this season. You know, there's points where we struggled, as Weber unfortunately denies the assist because the first shot was saved by Johnson, but no matter what, he did score the goal. It doesn't really matter that the assist doesn't count. I guess the team wouldn't really care all too much. But we're 2-0 to the good here against West Brom at the Hawthorns, kind of cruising at this point. And again, I think this game here is the 38th game of the season, and I do believe it is to secure us 90 plus points, so we can well and truly break that 100 point barrier with ease. I think we have quite a few games remaining, obviously, to break that 100 point barrier. We just need 3 wins and a draw. I think we can do that with the remaining games this season. But yeah, 3-0 is going to be the final score, and that is going to be that for this episode. You can see we absolutely dominated this game. 62% possession, 3 goals, a clean sheet. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Merry Christmas and peace.